Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. We have got news. Footies Team 4 is getting leaked with some new 99 rated cards incoming. We've got this new loading screen right here to discuss and some more official players that are a part of things, but also the real exciting stuff is the Footies Batch 3. We have a few players leaked from that we'll be packing, of course, and chasing in this next week or two, but it's a big SBC that has my attention as well. It might be a lot to craft, kind of like Ribery, but it might be more worth it than the Ribery SBC with hopefully 5 playstyle pluses and very high rated stats. Could it potentially be our first 99 overall SBC? Maybe. Maybe not. We're still waiting on official stats, but we're going to look at all of the leaks in today's video, and there are a lot of them. So there's a lot to discuss. Let's just get straight into it. If you're excited for especially the refresh of batch number 3 and new footies, drop a thumbs up on the video and, of course, subscribe if you are new. Let's start things off by looking back at yesterday's content on Tuesday, where, of course, we go to objectives for a brand new day of the Daily Cup or the Daily Knockout Tournament, whatever you're calling it. Yesterday's reward was Crystal Dunn, which I honestly think she might be the shortest player in the game. I know I've mentioned this before, but it's so funny. I know exactly when I'm packing her card because in the tunnel animation with the walkout, she is so short that it's so obvious to tell. She's 5'1". Decent card in game there if you look at the stats. Of course, you got to win 4 in a row to get that card, but nonetheless a decent item with maxed out passing. Now, the requirements for the teams from yesterday's Daily Cup are maximum 6 clubs and a max 98 rated squad. Just annoying enough that you have to change out a few players to get to the club's maximum requirement there, but also easy enough where you can still use a lot of the main players from your team. Like I'm still using the 99 Ronaldo, just finished the Yap Stam SBC, so he's going in. Got a couple of city cards, got the Vitinha because he's so good, can't go without him, and then got some icons to make sure we have just a maximum of 6 clubs there. I'm changing the time in which I play my games because the first day that I played the Daily Knockout Cup, I won 4 games in a row, but I played those games right before it refreshed into the second day. So I'm trying that theory again today, waiting to play my games until we refresh into today's day 5 of the cup, just to see if I have better luck, as I've gone 3 days now in a row without getting those 4 must-needed wins. Now, for all of us that are just playing the games, not worried about winning the games, today's a very important day because it's day 5, which means we get to complete this whole objective and get the Doumbia card. He is possible today. If you've played every single day of the cup, even just rubber banded the games to get them done for this objective, Doumbia is possible today, and this objective is completed. Finesse, first touch, Trivella, and Quickstep. And of course, if you did the Abarbo SBC, nice link up there. Maxed out pace, kind of the return of the Streets Won't Forget cards. Now, again, you'd have to pack Gervinho or buy him off the market to get that front 3 trio, but you can at least get 2 from this Doumbia objectives and a Barbo from SBC. So that is nice to finally have that, and an Evo today for completing day 5 that it gives technical quickstep and relentless base. Relentless is very nice. Also a 5-star skill move boost for a max 95 overall player. It is applicable on a max 8 playstyles, I believe, for that nice Evo, nicer Doumbia card there. So that's kind of the update with the Daily Knockout Cup, as today is day 5 of that, and a lot of us will be completing that daily play games objective. Good luck if you're still trying to win 4 games in a row. I know it's rough out there. It is definitely a challenge. It is a competitive tournament, that is for sure. Now, going to SBCs for the rest of content from yesterday, wasn't a crazy day. We do have a Raquelme SBC, which I know some people may be interested in, but the issue for me is he only can play 1 position, and all of his cards that have been released this year only have center attack and mid position, no alternative positions. I get it, that's where he played, but center attack and mid, center forward, since we don't have center forward anymore, could we have like a striker alternate position, at least one other place to play this guy in game? Because I'd maybe try him out, honestly. 5-star, 5-star. I know he doesn't have rapid or quick step, which is so essential with how strong playstyles are and how important they are, but like for how cheap he is at the same time, I'd try the card out for a couple of games just for an 88, 89, and a 90 rated squad, but since he doesn't fit in my team, and again, I see it's a me problem. A lot of people have center attacking mids in their squad so they can complete this SBC. I just think some variability there with the positions would be nice, but not that crazy of an SBC, even though he is very cheap. The real SBC was the guaranteed Footies Team 3 pack, which isn't that really of an insane SBC, to be completely honest, but it's one, of course, that you try just because why not? And, you get yourself a 96 rated Bajorno or a 97 rated Dudek in the process, most likely, but it is cheap, easy to get done, and a chance at a FUTTIES Team 3 player, not including the icons, of course. Now, we also had a FUTTIES Challenge 8 yesterday. It's not for a tradable pack, but if you want a 50K pack on tradable, that was there. Now, probably the biggest story from yesterday is actually the cards that you might now be packing from doing the exchange grind and opening upgrade packs right now. New transfer items. Now, the reason this actually matters is because we could see FUTTIES cards and we will see SBCs and new versions of these players at their new clubs here very soon as a part of the next promo after FUTTIES. But the fact that EA is preparing and already dropping some of these transfer cards in the game now means we could be seeing them very soon. There could even be, like I mentioned, a FUTTIES player in Team 4 or Team 5 that is a transferred card, maybe in packs or as an SBC. So that's something to kind of watch out for. Maybe a Florian Wirtz, maybe a Trent Alexander-Arnold. EA do usually like to capitalize on these transfer cards during the preseason promo, which is again after FUTTIES. And as it was leaked yesterday, the next season is going to be called preseason, which is not a surprise at all. But I just want to make that realization that these cards could be coming out. We could have like a FUTTIES Frimpong at Liverpool as soon as tomorrow. Just kind of want to make that realization there. Watch out for the leaks to see if we do have any more of those. One thing to mention with these transfer cards is here. I'm looking at all the new ones that have been added. If you go to Footbin, drop down in the Players tab, go here to New Players. It'll show you every single new card that has been added. Change up the little imaging there so you can see the cards very nicely. The transfers that you're seeing here are probably like 2 to 3 weeks old, if not even older, because there's no Mohamed Kudus, there's no Gyökeres. Of course, those transfers are more recent, so it takes time, I guess, for these licenses and things to go through and to change. So not all of these transfers are like, straight up to date. We do have the Cherokee card, Manchester City. You also have some cards coming back from loan as well. So you've got Victor Osimhen, who actually has a Napoli card in packs right now, even though he signed a deal to go back to Galatasaray, right? Galatasaray? Yeah, or Fenerbahce, one of the two. I'm mixing them up in my head right now. Leroy Sané is a Galatasaray. He's got his card right here. I've packed him multiple times already. Yeah, it's Galatasaray for Osimhen as well. But, like, his card is still Napoli in game since he came back from loan. And this has got to be from at least, 3 weeks ago that EA updated these cards. So I'm sure there's going to be more transfers added soon. Of course, the transfer window is not over yet. But that's just kind of something to watch out for. And you may be packing now, the new versions of players. It does look a little weird to see Kyle Walker in the EFL Championship with Burnley, at least for his card right now. You've got, of course, Liverpool, Frimpong, Bayern, Ta, Mamadashvili, Liverpool as well. Very interesting to see that. But, that's just all looking forward to. Probably a lot more of that transfer content that will be happening. Definitely a Gyökeres SBC for Arsenal coming during the preseason promo. A Florian Wirtz card as well during that promo. That's something you would expect. But I just want to, again, realize that it could happen even earlier than preseason with cards coming to packs or through SBCs. So that's one of the big stories from yesterday. And one last story from yesterday is this EA tweet about PC servers. Now, there was a update to the game yesterday. I actually kind of forgot they were doing a small update until I logged on to console and saw this notification. Evidently, this update kind of bricked PC FC25, which caused a lot of people to try to spam enter the game. They were getting server disconnect issues and stuff like that. EA fixed it semi-quick, but it actually, amounted to some people on PC getting banned. I think EA reversed those bans pretty quick. But that was a whole situation if you were on PC yesterday, which thankfully I'm not for that situation. But if you are, hopefully that's over with and done with, and that you didn't have any issues, because it sounded like the PC servers were an absolute mess yesterday on Tuesday. Now let's get into the stuff for the here and now that is exciting, guys. The FUTTIES Team 4 leaks. Of course, we have this teaser screen in game that showed us some of the first looks into who's getting a 99 and who's getting cards in general this week. Now at content, when we saw this, we were like, okay, yeah, Ruud Gullit, okay, Ousmane Dembele over there for the 99s, but who were the other 3 cards? We kind of guessed the icon striker was Thierry Henry, but we thought that middle center mid from Barca was Putellas, and we thought that center attacking mid from Serie A, a hero, was Hamšík. But we were wrong. Let's look at some of the leaks because some of them were right though. And Ousmane Dembele was one of the correct guesses we had from that loading screen. He is coming as a 99 rated card, but these are not official stats. But our guy FUTAccountant is back leaking again, back from a long hiatus without a lot of leaks. It's been a while since I've seen FUTAccountant is telling you that so-and-so is getting a card or so-and-so Evo is incoming. Here we are. He's back. So he's actually got the earliest leaks of cards coming for this FUTTIES Team 4, but other leakers have got some news too. So Ousmane Dembele is the first confirmed card from that loading screen. More players, though, not on the loading screen that are coming in Team 4. Luis Suarez. He has a team of the season, obviously. He had the flashback SBC that was uber popular for Evos. That Strike Force Evo, of course. We'll remember that card forever. But this card could be very good. Again, these are not official stats, but hopefully Suarez does have the low-driven, the finesse, press-proven quick step. That would, maybe not the press-proven, but at least the quick step, finesse, and low-driven would be crucial for that Suarez card and would make sense for him. Caicedo is getting another card. Of course, he has the Road to the Final Chelsea version for winning the Conference League. That's a very good card. This one could end up being very overpowered as well and very good as a DM. We'll have to see if he's 4 playstyle pluses or 5 and what his rating is, but that's going to be a good card for sure in game. And it's not Puteus. It is Bonmati. So she's going to be getting the card on the loading screen there, probably 98 rated. I, again, think that all of these are predicted stats. She could be at 99, actually, not just a 98. She's going to have 5 playstyle pluses, though, as that what was shown on that loading screen there. So Bonmati is in, and then he's got even a bigger list here of cards. Dest is getting a card as well for the USA fans out there. I have a nice Evo of Dest, so this one, if he's going to be mostly packable, I'm sure Dest is going to be a 96 or a 97 rated. He's probably going to be one of the most packable cards from the team. Hyunmin's son is getting a card as well. That's a real big one, especially with the rumors, for me as a Spurs fan, the rumors of Son transferring to the MLS. I will be 100% chasing this card if it truly could be his last Spurs item. Somebody in the Twitch chat yesterday said the sun is setting, and this would be like the sunset card. I'll stop with the jokes, but that card is something I'm going to have to pack. Now, the names that we have posted right now for FUTTIES Team 4 would be Son, Dembele, Henry, Bonmati, Hullet. Of course, that is Hullet. We've already seen him leaked and talked about. Suarez, Dest, Caicedo, Nakata. So that center attacking mid Serie A is Nakata. It's not Hamsik. And Sol Campbell. Those are the leaked cards that we have right now for FUTTIES Team 4. Now, of course, the thing that matters the most is the Batch 3 re-release, and these are the best players, according to ASY Foot, that are in the Batch 3 re-release. Now, I like some of this, but also I don't, because I was hoping to see some shapeshifters in this, and as of right now, there's no shapeshifters on this list. A couple of the people in the comments of this tweet as well are saying, no shapeshifters, question mark, where's the shapeshifters? What about the Road to the Final cards? What about the Portuguese cards, man? The star performers. Obviously, we've been trying to pack these Road to the Final cards from the repeatable player pick, but those cards haven't even been back in any sort of player pick or packs at all. So high-rated team of the seasons, you got some big icons here with the R9, with the Maradona. Like, that's good, but are EA going to be saving the shapeshifters for, like, the batches that get re-released during the preseason promo? That's really one question that I have right now. He does confirm ASY here on a tweet to the side that Bale Immortals is going to be in, so that's another pretty nice card for a re-release there. Of course, from a market perspective, you guys know what to do. If you have any of these cards, especially if it's a high-rated team of the season, based off of how this looks, I would say be careful with Road to the Final players as well, because a lot of those are 96 to 97 rated, but the fact that he's not showing them here in this batch makes me a little bit worried they may not be in. But watch the market very carefully. This Mbappe has already been dropping. He was 1.4 mil, 1.5 mil on Wednesday. He's now 1.2. He was even lower. He's come back up 50,000 coins. So if you have anything that's team of the season specifically, it still holds value, please sell it, because it is going to drop. Even some of these other 96 rated cards. But it looks like if these are the top cards, then the rest of Batch 3 is going to be 96 rated and below, which is maybe a little bit of a disappointment, because I was hoping to see some of the Road to the Finals in packs. At least this felt like our next best chance to get them, and now EA might just be prolonging that into the preseason promo, or maybe they've got some other sort of re-release in mind, or some other sort of campaign mix pack or a pick that is going to be coming out. Now, speaking of these, we got to open one of these. Every single video, we're opening some packs. We get a dupe Tevez. I got Tevez yesterday on the video. Now I get him again. My club is actually kind of mudded right now. I need to get some objectives done and get some packs done because I'm not playing rivals for rewards, and my exchanges are starting to run a little bit thin. I got to keep hitting those player picks to chase those cards. I'm running a bit thin in that area. But with batch 3 coming out, hopefully it's also the biggest batch of players yet that will help us, which it should be, because every batch has gotten bigger in terms of quality and quantity of the cards that are in packs. Hopefully we get more news. I'm sure we're going to. Like everybody below this is saying, make a full graphic, please. I'm sure we'll get the news of the full batch 3 coming sometime today on Thursday. Now, speaking of what we're crafting, SBC leaks are looking up. I think this is a good one. I know some people may disagree, but Puskás has been leaked as a FUTTIES SBC icon. There's also another icon SBC leak that looks pretty good too, but Puskás is always good in game. And I was thinking back yesterday, when was the last time that I used Puskás? Well, Puskás had a really good end game card last year for Greats of the Game in the season pass, if you guys remember that. This year, he hasn't had anything except for his base card and the Team of the Year card, which was very good at the time. Again, Power Shot Plus, not very meta though. Now, with this card here with Puskás, this is not the official stats. We're again waiting for those. ASY is probably going to post those today. But could this be? It should be our second 5 playstyle plus SBC to grace the game, because Ribery was the first, right? 20 squads, a lot of grind, maybe not so worth it. But could Puskás be the second, and could Puskás be the first 99 rated SBC? I think there's a chance for that. I hope he is, to be completely honest, because I want this to be a 20, 25, maybe even 30 squad SBC that is worth grinding. So if he's a 99, has 99 shooting, 97 pace, like 97 pass, 98 dribble, kind of along the lines of these league stats, but 99 rated with the best possible playstyle pluses, 5-star, 5-star, like I would be there for that. Like that is a big SBC that I would personally want to grind with the menu craft, with batch 3 coming out, more players, hopefully better pack weight from exchanges with more players in packs. So that looks up. We'll have to wait and see what the official stats are for this. Even if it's 98, I think it could be good. Should be 5 playstyle pluses, and it's definitely going to be a lot of squads. We'll just have to see how many. Now, the other SBC leak is an SBC/objective leak, and it's Wayne Rooney, and these are his official stats and playstyle pluses. Pinged pass, press proven, low driven, finesse, and rapid. He's got 99 shooting and 98 pace. I will be there for that. That's looking like a pretty solid card as well. 97 physical. I remember using Wayne Rooney at the very beginning of the year when Power Shot Plus was the meta, and his base icon card was so good. I got him from like an icon player pick or something, and he was very, very good. This card looks like it could be nice as well. Maybe it will have center attacking mid alternate position, but that's going to be a nice card, and hopefully one that isn't too many squads. But again, if Ribery was 20 and he was 98 rated with 5 playstyle pluses, Rooney is in that same category. So maybe Rooney would end up being a decent chunk of squads to be turning in for that SBC as well. So we'll just watch out and see. I know that that's leaked as an SBC/objective, but I can't imagine that would be anywhere else except for SBCs. Now, the last thing that we got to talk about, and this is looking like it's going to be either an SBC or an objective, is a pack that EA added to the code that almost feels like they're making a joke of us, to be honest, because they know how hard it is to pack 99s. So we have a max 98 FUTTIES player pack that says contains one FUTTIES player item rated 98 or below. It kind of sounds like they're trolling here. I've heard a couple people thinking that this might be like a repeatable SBC that we would be able to do multiple times, or it could be an SBC that drops today on Thursday that we can do once or twice. Regardless, we're all chasing the 99s. Like, sure, some of the 98s and 97s are good, but all these FUTTIES guaranteed player picks and packs, 90% of the time, are just giving us that lower level. The De Gea, the Kvaratskhelia, Basha, and Bajorno, and Vialli. He's everywhere. I packed Vialli so many times. Like, give me a guaranteed 98 plus FUTTIES pack. I'll do like, give me a 10 squad SBC for that pack. I would think about that. A 98 plus guaranteed FUTTIES SBC for 10 squads, maybe 88 to 90 rated squad. I would think about that, to be completely honest. Anyways, this is in the code, and it looks like it's an SBC / objective pack, not something in the store. I'm just curious to see when and where this is dropped, what is required, and is EA actually trolling? We'll just have to see. But that's in the code. Watch out for more leaks today for batch number 3. Again, ASY kind of confirmed below this tweet that he said he will be posting the whole entire team today on Thursday in terms of the batch. And then also watch out for official stats on Pushkas and probably more cards to be announced with official stats for FUTTIES Team number 4. So those are all the leaks right there. Now, speaking of leaks, not really, I guess. Speaking of market, I want to talk about the market a bit because today's a big investment day. Thursdays have become big investment days for multiple different reasons. This is a day that if you need to recoup some coins, build up your stash of coins to open some store packs, or just to get ready for, buying more exchanges or whatever it may be, buying a FUTTIES card that you want to buy. The market is ripe for investing, guys. Team of the Week cards, once again, dropped because the Team of the Week SBC refreshed yesterday. I just picked up about 500,000 to 600,000 coins of Team of the Weeks. I just filled up my transfer list. I know it seems dumb, but literally every single week, these cards drop on Wednesday nights and a Thursday. And then by the time we get to Saturday, these are 17, 18K again. This last week, they peaked at 19 to 20,000 coins on Sunday, Monday timeframe. Sunday, Monday, 19, 20,000 coins is where they were. They absolutely can go there again. So under 14K, I think, is a good investment idea for those Team of the Week cards. Also today, because Batch 2 was going out of packs, I know that it was in packs for 2 weeks, but I think there's potential investments on some of these cards that are still holding value. This Ronaldinho, sure, he might be getting a 99 rated FUTTIES for the last week. Maybe even this week. We'll wait and see the leaks for sure. But this 97 Dino is still 3 million coins. This card's only 600K and is very popular for evolutions as a 95 rated card. Keep an eye on him. Watch during the Rivals Rewards supply today. His lowest has been 550,000 coins. I mean, on average. You look at the lowest sale here on Flip, and it says 492. So that was probably a snipe or like a very low bid. But like, watch a card like that Ronaldinho card. Watch a card like the Neymar with 99 dribbling. I know that this Cam Neymar is very likely to get re-released. Sorry, this one. This Neymar is probably likely to get re-released in batch number 3, so sell him if you have him. But this card for 70K, come on now. If he gets into the 60s, as I think it was his lowest price a couple of hours ago, he was 63K, yeah, earlier. Like literally just a few hours ago, 62K. If after rewards he's back in the low to mid 60s, put one of those in your transfer list, put one of those in your club. That's a card that people are still going to want to evolve. So the biggest cards, Team of the Year Mbappe, you could maybe shout as well. I'd be a little worried about the Team of the Season, but the Team of the Year is evolvable. So that's a potential investment. But some of the cards that are in this batch right now that have value for Evos, you could invest in some of those today during the dips at rewards. Same thing with some of the FUTTIES cards from team number 4 too. I don't want to spend a ton of time talking about the market, but I know some of you guys want to put some coins into action, or you've seen each week how some of the good mid-tier to top-tier FUTTIES cards end up rising out of packs. We could mention so many cards from the last couple of weeks. The Mbappe FUTTIES ended up rising out of packs pretty good. I think Rafinha FUTTIES has a chance to this week. You just want to be a little bit careful with that Wayne Rooney. Maybe you're careful with like strikers for Pushkas and Rooney, to be honest, since they're both kind of in that position. Rafinha obviously is more of a wing player. He is 4.2 million coins at the moment. The lowest this card got was under 4. So maybe if you could pick up a Rafinha in the 3.8 to 3.9 mil range. Maybe if you can pick up a Musiala for like 250K, maybe a Rodman for like 6 lows, 630, 640, Gervinho for just under 400. There could be some good investments there if you are so inclined to invest. I think that's the best way to play the market right now, not to hold on for it for long term, but just for a short term flip. Some of the dips at rewards today could be good investments. Now, speaking of today at content, besides rewards, what do we got going on? Well, of course, there's that SBC that we mentioned, that pack. Are they going to drop a max 98 FUTTIES player pack today for banter? We'll have to find out and wait and see. We're going to have day 5 of the cup, obviously. Again, to get that Dumia card, this will be day 5 of that. So watch out for another squad requirement there. More chances to get Mateus and Orsolini for winning 4 in a row. Evolution wise, I mean, I think last Thursday we had the leak for the max 96 center back Evo, and then nothing happened. So there's no Evo that is ending today, at least in the main evolutions tab. So I wouldn't expect an Evo, but I think we could have leak for an evo, and then maybe there's some news about what will be coming tomorrow. Just watch out for that. I don't expect much today on a Thursday. Last player SBC, again, maybe a surprise or two in terms of SBCs. We'll just have to see. And then the other last thing would be SP. So if you're chasing, speaking of SP, the SP chase that is here, you've got one more day to do this. I'm looking at myself saying this. I got to win 2 matches in Rush, play a couple drafted rivals games to get myself that SP there. But I would tell you to watch out for the weekly refreshes in, manager career, player career, and then, of course, inside of Ultimate Team to level up in the season pass as of today at content. So again, watch out for the leaks. That's going to be one of the major things that we're watching for today. Let's open one more pack just because why not? Got an 81 times 20. That's a Trailblazers. Ooh. Vinny? Who else is in packs right now? Pop as a Trailblazer. That's actually not a very bad pack at all, considering what is here. So I'm going to leave those cards there. We're going to craft up a bunch of player picks, chase after more Spurs cards, try to get 4 wins, and see what this Thursday could have for us. I believe also that we should have the Pro Clubs and the Archetypes deep dive today, because EA said that was going to come out in July. Literally, it's the last day of July today. And then tomorrow and Friday, we're getting Career Mode deep dive. EA actually put that, they tweeted that out yesterday, and they put it on their YouTube, kind of like they did for the deep dive trailer for gameplay and for the regular trailer. They kind of announced it and set that YouTube video as a premiere. So the Career Mode and Manager Career Mode deep dive is coming out tomorrow. So I think today is going to be Pro Club. So that's kind of the FC26 news for those that play those modes. Be on the lookout for that. But that's going to be the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it, comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. Have a great Thursday. I will see you guys in the stream. It's been TheFutAccountant. Catch you there. Peace out.